Perhaps this isn't the place to be talking about this kind of thing, but when it comes down to the record, I would like anyone looking at this channel, anyone who looks at me, I would like you to know exactly where I stand, and I think the title of the video states that quite plainly. What is happening, what has happened, both recently and not recently, over the many, many years, not just in America, but the attention has been on America, is a travesty. It's always been a travesty. It's as much of a travesty now as it was back then, and it was as much back then as it is now. Nothing has changed. This is why what's happening is happening. In an ideal world, no, there would be no protest, there would be no riot, but in an ideal world, they wouldn't be getting shot and choked and abused every day. I don't know how to explain this. I don't know how to convey to someone, like, people don't just get up one day and decide to protest. They don't just get up one day and decide, you know what, I'm going to go cause trouble. So many of you are like, well, two wrongs don't make a right, but what you have to understand is, like I just said, this has been going on for ages, and for so long, the black community have attempted to resolve things peacefully. They've tried so many times and in so many different ways to resolve this somehow. They've tried talking it out. They've tried... I can't even think of all the different possibilities. It is late. But they've tried every peaceful option, and from what I hear, this protest was originally a peaceful protest, but the cops popped off. Now, I'm not going to make a definitive statement on who popped off first, right? Because I don't know. And I'm not going to spread false information. These things don't just happen. People don't just decide to do something like this. The funny thing is, we would have a more clear-cut picture of what's going on over there if reporters weren't being suppressed by the local law enforcement. I don't know. I'm not sitting here in front of you to try and have a massive discussion. I'm not trying to put myself in front of this in that sense. The only thing I want to make abundantly clear today is that Black Lives Matter. This is where I stand. Definitively. There is no negotiation on this front. If you don't like that, you're not going to like me. If you're a subscriber and you don't like that, you know, when everyone tells you, you click subscribe just down below. If you click it again, you can unsubscribe. We can't, as a collective race, as a world society, as people, we can't let things like this just happen. Now, it frustrates me that this is pretty much the best I can do to help. And it's especially funny when you look at it that way, because I only have 60 subs. So no one's going to see this, no one cares. This isn't going to make an impact. But think about it. One person talking up doesn't make a lot of difference. When everyone does it, that's what makes a difference. And sometimes you just have to be the one person to talk up. You'd be surprised how many more people you can inspire to follow suit. Inspire is a strong word, but it's the only one that's coming to me right now. Plus, and I guess this is a selfish thing, but I would rather look back on this knowing that I at least tried to do something. At least tried to, in some small way, help. I don't know. I'm not really doing anything. I'm not pretending that I am, but I just wanted to make it clear. This has to it has to stop, and we have to speak out against it. All of us, not just me, not just you, everyone. We have to acknowledge the fact that Black Lives Matter. Yes, they're not the only people who have had hard lives. I get it, right? I do. But they're currently the ones being shot and killed. They're currently the ones being choked out, and yes, other races do go through this as well. But think about it. If we tackle this kind of issue in one place, that is the stepping stone to tackle it everywhere. Right? The moment we the moment we as a world society clamp down on something like this and go, no, no more, then if it happens to someone else, we're going to be like, no, no more of that either. It's a snowball effect. This is how we stop these kinds of things. One problem at a time. You can make it happen. You just have to do it. I don't know what else to say. Black Lives Matter.